Welcome guys to another episode of Madridista Central. I'm your host FTT, and in today's video I have some exciting news, and this is about what Ronaldinho said about Vinicius Jr. Ronaldinho said that Vinicius Jr. deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. This is coming from a fellow rival player, a fellow legend in a rival team called Barcelona, saying that Vinicius Jr. deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. But yes, you guys are gonna say, yeah, it's because they're Brazilian and they're from the same nation and blah blah blah. And I get it. It's easy to say that. But there are also some Brazilians who play for Barcelona who don't like Vinicius Jr., who would say that Vinicius Jr. does not deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. You have to understand my point of view. Just because Ronaldinho says that Vinicius Jr. wins the Ballon d'Or, it's because he's Brazilian, it's because they're from the same nation. No. The reason he's saying that is because he knows that Vinicius Jr. has won more UCLs than Rodri. Of course he has done that. And when it comes to La Liga trophies, it's kind of even. That's what I would say. Or Rodri has more. But then again, people have to understand that Vinicius Jr. was robbed in the Ballon d'Or. And people will not understand this. They will not understand this. This man did everything a Ballon d'Or player should do. He won the UCL. He won the Supercopa de España. He had one of his best seasons. He won the La Liga. What else can you ask for? This man had his best season in the 2023-2024 season. That was peak Vinicius Jr. You will never get a better Vinicius Jr. than that unless he performs now. But then he has to perform, right? He has to get back to his form, right? Is it going to be easy now that Kylian Mbappe is in the team? There is no Benzema that season. There is no striker. There is only a false nine. And Vinicius Jr. had his time to shine. He scored his most goals in La Liga. He scored his most goals in all competitions. He won everything that a player should. He won the FIFA Men's Best Player of 2024. That tells you, that itself tells you that Vinicius Jr. deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. You have to understand that. Rodri did not deserve anything. The fact that Vinicius Jr. won the men's best, and if a player wins the men's best, he should win the Ballon d'Or. That's how it works. Fair should be fair. Right should be right. And in this case, it was wrong. Because the people who voted for Rodri was people who had some agenda against Vinicius Jr. You just saw his Netflix documentary. I just made a video about it in my latest video. This man was discriminated. This guy was criticized for no reason. He was the only young 19-year-old who came to Real Madrid, and some journalists called him stupid. He can't play football. He's the monkey. He's this. He's that. And yet, despite that, he ignored the haters. He silenced the critics, and he proved himself that he could come to this level. And now when he's at this level, they have an agenda against him. They still try to bring him down. And that is called jealousy. Jealousy. The journalists are jealous. The rival fans are jealous. The rivals are jealous. And some football players are even jealous of this man's success. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. A lot of football players today are jealous of Vinicius Jr. because of what he has achieved. If you look at his background, he grew up so poor that he did not even have an opportunity. It was like a never die situation for him. This man came from nothing, and he worked himself to the top of a football star. This guy came to a Ballon d'Or level. And yet people are not showing their appreciation and their respect for Vinicius Jr. And that is a shame. It's a shame from FIFA, it's a shame from every single organization, and it's a shame for every single rival fan. That's what I would say. And the fact that Ronaldinho, a legend, has to say it proves my point. The fact that Ronaldinho has to say that Vinicius Jr. deserves to win proves my point. You people do not understand this. I don't care. This man won the FIFA's men's best. And if you win FIFA's men's best, you should win the Ballon d'Or. And that pisses me off. And I have to say that the reason Vinicius Jr. did not win the Ballon d'Or was because of he was disliked. I have to say that. I'm sorry. It could be because of his skin color. It could be because a lot of things. But the fact that they had an agenda or something against Vinicius Jr. shows you that this man won't win the Ballon d'Or. And I don't think he will ever win the Ballon d'Or, no matter how good he gets. I don't think if he even turns to prime Messi, if Vinicius Jr. turns to prime Messi, he will not win the Ballon d'Or. That's how sure I am at this point. What does this tournament want? What do they want? I don't know. But I have to guess. They want a player that they could like. And that's the truth. Vinicius Jr. will get back his form. Vinicius Jr. will be better again. Vinicius Jr. will rise again. Vinicius Jr. will prove himself that he's over and over again, that he is a player that is worth the Ballon d'Or. I guarantee you that next season, Vinicius Jr. will cook again. He will shine again. And of course, guys, if you agree with Ronaldinho about Vinicius Jr. winning the Ballon d'Or, please let me know in the comments section. And of course, guys, if you like the video, notify whenever I upload a brand new video, share this video with your friends and family, like of course, and subscribe to Madridista Central. I'm your host FTT, Hola Madrid, Inadamas, bye bye!